Welcome back, my darlings. My beautiful collective, you caught me just in the nick of time. Guess we better put that one aside because it does want to come out already. We're asking our angels, ancestors, guides, beings of light, ascended masters, what kind of energy do we have out there today? Our starting deck is the Shaman's Dream for the Oracle. And for the Tarot, we're going to be using the Tarot of Oppositions. So, let's grab a few cards and see where we go. Well, maybe Spirit wants us to read what's already popped out. Let's do that instead. Okay. You convinced me. Number 11. All right. This one says deep quiet, meditation and stillness. All right. The next card that popped out, Sky Dancers. Number 48, surrender. Okay. How often are we asked to surrender? Are we asked to, allow Spirit to work and to move within us, right? I'm going to take that as a confirmation. Number 59, Wailing Tree, reconciliations. Okay, so maybe you've had to embrace quiet as of late, and maybe Spirit is asking you to surrender. I feel like there may be a reconciliation on the horizon, whether we want it or not, right? But just remember that when your person or your past person does come back in, you don't have to accept them if they're not in good energy. And even if they are, if you no longer feel tied to the connection, if you feel like you've already completed your soul contract, right? You're no longer obligated. If you've learned the lessons that they have presented to you, then you move on. But I would recommend keeping an open heart and open mind to see what's happened. You may get a bit of understanding, a reason why, purpose. You may even get closure that you never had before. So I do recommend just keeping an open mind, listen, and then once you have all the information, then you can move forward, right? So, number 29, Horned Cactus. Horned Cactus, resourcefulness. Maybe this is going to cause you to be resourceful. Maybe with the Horned Cactus, you've also had to protect yourself, right? You've had to develop some thick skin, some spurs, or some horns, thorns, whatever. Things that are going to present a challenge for anyone wanting to hurt you. Number 8, Crown Games, the right use of power. I feel like with this one, the image that they're giving me, right, is you've been leveling up. You have been growing spiritually, so you're stepping into your power and purpose. Remember that the people that are coming behind you may not be so healed, right? And we can hold and have compassion for where they are in their journey. Doesn't mean that we deserve to be treated the way that they may have treated us, right? But I feel like it's a call to compassion. Remember that we may have treated others like this, and this is an opportunity for us to show kindness. We can also show forgiveness. We can forgive them for what they've done. But again, if you choose that you have had enough and want to move on, you're not obligated to go another round. This is part of their journey and their healing, right? If you've completed yours, then move forward. Do what you need to do. Number 9, dances on one foot, balancing act. Perhaps this is a very delicate journey, right? Balance being required here. So weigh your options and see what you need to do in order to move forward. Number 5, closing door, completion. Maybe you've completed the cycle here, right? And if you've completed the cycle, It's time for a new journey. The energy at the bottom of the deck. Number 36. Lost in space, needing direction. I feel like that is true. We're heading in a new direction here. So don't be afraid to make the moves that you need to. If you've already completed your task and you've put the past behind you, throw caution to the wind. Remember the lessons of the past and feel free to step into the new energy, this new cycle of abundance. This is why you started that healing journey. Where is this journey going to take you? Let's do a brief pause, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into. All right, so now we're going to be moving on to the tarot portion using the Tarot of Oppositions. Let's see what Spirit has for us today. What is our starting energy here? We have 2 cards that popped out. Okay, our starting energies are, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so our starting position is, I feel like someone has been holding back. This is very much suspended animation or control, trying to hold on to something, right? The Hanged Man talks about needing to get a new perspective. The 4 of Pentacles, again, it's that hoarding energy. It's this energy of holding back, perhaps wearing a mask, not saying something when they should have, not sharing an idea or something tangible. It's very much keeping whatever this is to yourself. Then again, that Hanged Man can talk about the need to release something, to let something go, to sacrifice something that you've been holding on to, right? It can be very much this idea of release, or it can be this idea of acceptance. So this is our starting energy. Let's see what the challenge is. What is the potential or the challenge to this energy? The potential or challenge is the 5 of Pentacles. Understand that this has been a test of faith. I feel like that is the challenge. Someone's been holding back so much, and the potential here, or the challenge here, is that test of faith energy can also be this energy of not feeling good enough or worthy enough. It can be like low self-esteem, or am I worthy of this, to have this? It's very much a challenge to the ego. Perhaps someone has been holding on to their ego for too long, and maybe this is what needs to be released, right? So what is the focus on? The focus on is the 2 of Pentacles, okay? The 2 of Pentacles is an idea of balance and or harmony. So balance or harmony may be needed here. Maybe you're weighing options. Maybe someone is considering this, considering letting the ego fall, right? What is the Strength position? The Strength position is the King of Cups. I do feel like this is about that. Someone right now is wrestling within themselves, whether or not they can let the ego fall. Why? What is the Strength position? The Strength position is the King of Cups, which is dealing with matters of the heart. Can they tap into their heart space? We're talking about, and it doesn't have to be, but Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, if it's one of the signs, this does not have to be Sun, it could be Moon, Rising, or another significant placement. But ultimately, the idea is connecting with the heart space and being able to show someone love, to receive love, to give love. But it's hard to receive or give love if you've been denying that in yourself for so long. In a way, you first have to give yourself love. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't open yourself up to that love. How do you not only know what you can give to someone else, but how are you able to even do that, right? What is the recent past? The recent past is the 7 of Swords. This is about trickery. treachery. These are actions that you have taken, maybe for self-sabotage. You tried to get away with something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be you. It could be the other person that's connected to your energy, right? So we may be picking up on the divine masculine. Kind of feel like that's what it is. I got like a rumble in the background, like as a confirmation here. So I do feel like in this particular case, the divine masculine has been hiding, avoiding, trying to set themselves up in a good way, control the situation in a manipulative sort of way. What is the near future? The near future is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is someone who wants to offer a communication of love, and or this could be surprise energy here. So I do feel like there's going to be this surprise communication. Someone popping up, or perhaps sending you a message that says, hey, can we talk? I feel like this may, there's a bit of excitement. This may surprise you and shock you, right? All right. I feel like we've got the suggested approach. I've got a King of Wands and I've got Three of Pentacles. So King of Wands, it can be masculine fire energy, doesn't have to be. That would be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, somewhere in their chart. Sun, moon, rising, or prominent placement. Three of Pentacles is talking about perhaps, it may be signifying there might have been like a third-party situation here, but in this particular position with the suggested approach, I feel like this King of Wands energy is someone who has a great deal of desire and love for you, and someone that wants to work together with you. In the what do you need to know position, we have 4 cards that popped out. So we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is the energy of like apathy or holding back. Someone has 3 cups in front of them. They've sipped from those 3 cups. There's another cup that usually the divine is offering from the side, from the periphery, something that they cannot see or something that they've not tasted yet before. It gives this energy of there's something missing, right? Maybe whatever it is that they've been holding on to, but it can be also like holding off about making a decision here. That decision here might involve someone as a Queen of Cups, feminine, water energy, doesn't have to be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or another prominent placement. So maybe someone has been holding off that cup of love, right? They know that they're missing whatever this is, whatever this cup of love is, right? They've been missing this. And in a way, maybe they want to give this to this Queen of Cups. There is this energy of the 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. I feel like someone now sees this Queen of Cups for who she is, or he. Keep in mind, this is energy, not gender. And I feel like there is this desire to work on this 8 of Pentacles, this 2 of Cups relationship. So there is this desire to work on this relationship now. And I feel like that's what somebody's starting to realize. What is the potential... what is the hope and or fear? The hope and or fear is the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles represents that the seeds have been planted, right? But also it can be taking quite a long time for this to happen. The hope is that the seeds are going to grow. The fear is that it's going to take forever. And that, will I still want this when it finally comes my way? Let's pick up the last card that was so excited it flew. Okay, so the card that flew out, the 10 of Pentacles. This is tangible wish fulfillment. This is the happily ever after, the house, the spouse, the kid, the car, whatever this means for you. For each person, it's going to be different, right? Everybody's version of this happily ever after is something unique. But that's the potential or the challenge here. Getting what you wanted. The 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck talks about there's a bit of still deep desire for this, right? There's still this deep desire to have that wish fulfillment. But with the 9 of Wands, it's also called the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior representing that there's been a lot of pain. You've been through a lot of battles, right? You have scars from all of this. And it is, as much as there is desire, there's fear, because we've been hurt before. So there's that wand, the 9th wand that we use to defend our hearts and ourselves from being hurt again. Hoping and wishing that this is the last round we have to go, so that way we finally get the love that we know deep in our soul that we desire, we crave, and that we're worthy of. But can we let go of the fear? Can we let go of the wand and open that space in our heart, so that way we can have this 10 of Pentacles, so that way we can have the love that we've always craved? That's the question. What's your answer? Let me know in the comments. Peace, love, and light.